92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Back at the Gale Miller Softball Complex, I'm Robert Wanek, ready for Game 2, which could be a deciding game as NDSCS, ranked number 1 in the nation, knocks off number 12 Joliet in Game 1, best of 3 series, district championship at NJCAA Division III Softball. 11-3, they ended it in 6th via the mercy rule, which is 8 runs or more after 5 innings. And here's how the Cats lineup went. Atop the order, Rael Cooley started the afternoon with a double that got lodged in the tubing of the fence in right field. Cats went scoreless in the first. She tacked it on later in the game with a single and a walk. She also reached and scored on an error that opened up a 6-run 4th inning. The Cats trailed 2-0, then they trailed 3-2, and they scored 6 in the 4th to put Joliet away. In the 2 spot, Caitlin Dannenfelser, hit by pitch and a run scored. Kendall Mawson, the 3-hole, hit by pitch, a single. Emma Johnson, she started, gave up just 3 runs across 4 innings. She was hit by pitch and, she struck out twice, ground out to third. Blythe Prue, she got the Cats on the board. They were down 2-0, and she roped a home run down the left field line that snuck right inside the foul pole between the scoreboard and the pole in left field. Prue had a walk, a home run, and a single, scored twice. Jessie Matthews, she walked, she singled twice, scored 3 runs, the only Wildcat to score 3 runs. Jessie Matthews, the first baseman. Ava Howard, she walked and she doubled. She also scored a run, had 2 RBIs. Ava Howard in the 7 spot. Katie Edmonds, she played excellent at shortstop, and she had a trio of base knocks. She also scored a run, so Katie Edmonds was critical in the 8 spot. Meredith Fry, the lefty slapper in the 9-hole, she singled, she stole a base, she singled again. A bunt single and an infield single that she grounded to third and just legged out. And the Cats had a big day, and they chased the starting pitcher out early. That was Anaya Gentle, and she ran into trouble. Couple quick innings, but she loaded the bases 3 times, and NDSCS made her pay. Her day was done early. They brought in Skylar Welcome, and she had to work around a lot of traffic as well. The Cats, on the other hand, they went to the bullpen, and they brought in Ella Stewart, and she was lights out in the 5th and 6th innings. Stewart goes 2 innings of relief, and she strikes out 4 batters, including the side in the 6th, to put that first game to bed. So Game 2 here, if the Cats win, they're headed to the World Series in New York, runner-up last year, national championship 2 seasons ago. And let's go over what Mike Elke's done with this program. It's his 8th season. In 2017, the team was 4-29. Now they got a big banner that says, "We are the Wildcats." And this softball program is a big reason why everybody already knows that. In 2019, they improved on that. 21-20 after winning 4 games in 2017. In 2020, they were 6-0, and the COVID pandemic shut down the season. They picked right up in 2021, finished 5th in the country, 32-23. They won the region title for just the 2nd time in school history. And in 2023, NDSCS won the national championship in Syracuse, New York, bringing home the school's first national title in any sport. The Cats finished 36-14, 12-1 against D3 teams, and the NDSCS pitching staff led the nation in strikeouts. Caitlin Strauss set a program record with 225 punch-outs, and the Wildcats finished 2nd in the nation in home runs. We'll get to 2024, and we'll get to this season when we come back here after the first inning break. But right now, we're live. Game 2 of the district championship, running 2 cameras here on KBMW News Live YouTube. We got some netting in the way, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. It's 90 degrees and windy out, and these are the best angles we got, folks, and it could be a championship encore here for the NDSCS Wildcats. Not enough time to get a lineup card in between, but it is Rael Cooley setting the table once again for the Cats, and she'll take ball 1 high. Cooley just missed a leadoff homer in Game 1. We'll see if she can repeat with something in the right center gap. The wind is whipping out there. 1-0 to Cooley. That one dives inside. She's quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. Rayla Cooley wearing number 8 today. A little bit of pop, a lot of speed at the top. Cooley takes a pitch that just does find the outside corner. And the count is now 2-1. Again, the Cats win 11-3 in Game 1 of this best-of-3 district finals. The winner is headed to New York for the D3 World Series. Cooley chops that one foul third base side. Count is now even at 2-2. And we'll probably try to mute the mic during the walk-up song, so if you hear us go dead air for about 5 seconds, don't worry. We're just trying to avoid copyright. And YouTube, if you see this, we are not playing those songs. We are not infringing on the copyright. It's just background music. As Cooley pops it up, this one over to the right side. In the trouble zone, but the right fielder comes in and catches it behind first base. Good job tracking that ball in right field for the first out of the inning. Cooley flies out. F9 to start off Game 2 for the Cats.
Number 5, sophomore Caitlin Dannenfelser.
Caitlin Dannenfelser comes to the dish, the sophomore wearing number 5. Dannenfelser jumps on the first pitch, fouls it back, and it will get out of play. Radio listeners, you can stream this game on KBMW News Live YouTube, 1080 HD. And Gentile is back out on the mound for the Wolves. And she'll get a ground ball to second base. Candy hop chest high. And NDSCS goes 2 up, 2 down to start this game.
Batter number 9, Kendall Moss.
That'll bring up Kendall Moss in the 3-hole for NDSCS. Kendall Moss trying to spark on 2 as the Cats sluggish start to Game 1. Moss is trying to change that narrative as she pipes a single right up the center of the diamond. 2-out single for Kendall Moss. Cats have a base runner. So they take Gentile out in the 4th inning with nobody out, bases loaded. All those runners come around. She had a rough first game. She's off to a good start here inside the circle. Game 2. 2 up, 2 down. She gives up a single. Emma Johnson able to hold back on the check swing there. 1-0 to the cleanup hitter. Johnson, she got the win in Game 1. Boy, what a season she's had, hailing from West Fargo. Johnson swings over the top of a pitch that drops off the table. We saw that in the first game. Gentile, a great job of changing velo. Runner on base with great speed. It's Kendall Moss. Johnson tries to go opposite field. It pops off the end cap. That one might have hurt the hands a little bit. And the count is now 1-2. Fly out to right field to Wells, and we also had a ground out to the second baseman, Reyes. The runner goes, throw is in there, but the runner's in there first. So the throw squirts away, actually. So a stolen base for Kendall Moss, and Cats have a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count. Deuce is wild here in the first inning. Cats had the bottom half of Game 1. They have the top half here of the inning in Game 2. 1 win away from the World Series. 2-2 to Johnson. Crosses just above the belt buckle. One of those pitches that was probably caught in the zone, but it had some top spin on it and had to work its way out and then in. So the count has run full to the cleanup hitter, Emma Johnson. Trying to cash in with a runner on second base and put NDSCS on top first. Johnson gets underneath it. She'll fly it to center field. It's shallow, and the shortstop makes a play. Shortstop has been like white on rice out there, making every play today. That is number 1, Rios. So Rios has been rock solid at shortstop, and the Cats get a single from Moss. She's stranded at second after a steal. They go down quietly in the first inning. 0-0 through 1/2 of the district championship. Cats lead this afternoon series 1-0, trying to punch their ticket back to the NJCAA World Series. Streaming this game on KBMW News Live YouTube, I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 FM.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Grace Folkema gets the call. She steps inside the circle in Game 2 of this district championship series for NDSCS. Folkema on the season, a 2.5 ERA, 83 and 2/3 innings. She's allowing 193 batting average against, leads the team with 124 strikeouts. I digress, Ella Stewart leads the team with 132, but Folkema is right there. Bottom of the first inning, batter shows bunt, pulls back. It's outside, 1-0. At the plate for the Wolves, it is number 6, Hansen. Isabella Hansen. She caught last game, and she'll rip a single to the right side, and it's going to go through the wickets. Bill Buckner style, unfortunately, and it runs to the fence. And with that speed, Hansen hauls it into third base. She's fired up, and just like Game 1, Joliet, they're the spark plug early on. Leadoff single for Hansen. She'll go first to third on the E9. Joliet has a chance to get on the board first. That'll bring up Leah Herkel. Herkel will try to follow Hansen. She just sat on that outside heat and threw the handle at it. Knob first, barrel next. Gets it into right. Ground ball to second base. That'll score the first run of the game. 4-3 put out. Herkel does a job with an RBI fielder's choice. Hansen comes around to score. Joliet 1, NDSCS 0. So Folkema grabs an out. Bases are clear. Fresh start for the sophomore here with 124 punch-outs this season. Folkema rocks in, fires, can't catch the knees. It's low, 1-0. Joliet at the 3 spot in the order here with number 18, Copes. Kerrigan Copes. She'll hit it to the right side. This one spins foul of first base. NDSCS pitching staff on the year, tremendous numbers so far. Once again, Grace Folkema, 2.51 ERA. She's 14-4 inside the circle. She's got 3 complete games, 3 shutouts. We'll get a foul ball induced by Folkema, and she's up ahead in this count, 1-2. Total ERA for the Wildcat staff, 2.07. Batting average against, 213. Folkema tries to get a chase climbing the ladder, but the batter lays off, and Copes is working the count here, 2-2. Folkema, the righty, rocks and fires. And the 2-2 clips the inner half. Backward K for Grace Folkema, and that should get the righty on track. Copes K's up. We got 2 down, nobody on. That'll bring up number 17 for Joliet, Skylar Welcome. Welcome way behind the heat, and she fouls it down the right field line. We've seen a lot of that today from Joliet. That's where they've had their success, to the right side, but they've also been behind a lot of these pitches, swinging when it's in the mitt. Folkema gets ahead with a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Folkema nearly hits her. Trying to go inside, squeeze that inside corner where she got the punch out. Hangs onto it a bit long. Joliet already has 1 run in the inning. There's 2 outs, and that one is hit hard and deep to right field. Kiss it goodbye once again. The second bomb of the day Touch 'em all, Skylar, welcome. We saw Blythe Prue sneak one inside the left field line, and now Skylar Welcome. She curves that one just inside the foul pole to dead right field. 2 runs in the opening frame for number 12 ranked Joliet, and they're trying to even this district championship series at 1 game apiece.
Number 21, Taylor Wells.
You gotta love the fight out of Joliet after they sputtered to the finish of an 11-3 loss in game 1. Coming out swinging. That'll bring up number 21 for Joliet, Taylor Wells. Grace Volkema trying to nail down the final out of the first inning. Thigh-high strike, outer half. Volkema gets ahead. For you folks who missed game 1, game time temp about 90 degrees out here. Winds gusting 25 to 30. As Volkema goes inside, tries to jam the batter again, but it's too far off. Count is 1-1. And it's a dust storm out here, folks, so I'll do my best to get the ads playing on time and keep up with the names in the box score, but we are getting blown away. 1-1 is hit over towards second base, fielded in the hole, fired to first base, and that'll do it for the inning. Rael Cooley shovels it over to Emma Johnson, but not before the Wolves put 2 on the scoreboard, including a solo shot off the bat of Skylar Welcome. As we head to the top of the second inning, NDSCS leads the afternoon series 1-0 over Joliet, but they'll have to play from behind for the second straight game on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube. I'm Robert Wanig. It's playoff softball, baby. Somebody's headed to New York for the World Series.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721.
Back at the Gail Miller Softball Complex, leading off, Blythe Prue, who homered in Game 1 for the first Wildcat run of the ball game. First pitch misses high and away, 1-0 again. Just a shout out to YouTube here. Reminder, we do not own the music playing in the background. We're just calling the game. No copyright infringement intended. Count is 1-0. Prue turns on that one, hits it down the third baseline, foul by a matter of inches, and Prue narrowly misses a double. Prue on the season, .396 coming into the district championship series today. Team leading 12 homers. She hit lucky number 13 earlier this afternoon. Count is 1-1 to Prue. As the power portion of this Wildcats lineup is really 1 through 9, 1 through 8. As Prue fouls that to the left side, just over the foul fence first baseline. You get to the 9 spot, Meredith Fry. She's a bunter and a slap hitter, but everybody else can put a charge into the ball. So far, so good in Game 2 for Joliet inside the circle. 1-2 count in the dirt. Can't get a chase. Count is even at 2-2. As the pitcher, Ariana Gentile, has really shook off a shaky first start to settle in here. Worked around 1 hit in the first. Now she faces Prue. Prue fouls it to the third base side again. E5 on the third base coach, Mike Elke. As we get back to his numbers, 4 wins in his first season in 2017. Last season, Wildcats were D3 World Series runner-up, Season before that, national champions. This season, 48-13 record, ranked number 1 in the country. Talk about a revival. 2-2 on the way, and Prue gets underneath the high fastball. She skies it up to short, and just like a vacuum, another play at shortstop. That has been the black hole where hits go to die today, as the infield play has been tremendous on the left side, led by the shortstop, Rios. That brings up Jesse Matthews with 1 down, top of the second inning. Matthews batting from the right side on KBMW News Live YouTube. Good first game. She saw a lot of pitches. She spits on a high fastball there, well out of the zone, 1-0. Gentile rocks and fires. Matthews checks her swing, but it clips the outside corner. She doesn't like it. She's going to shake her head, but the count will even at 1-1. Matthews, another formidable bat in the lineup this season. And the 1-1, she hits it to short. Wrong spot. Line drive out. Jesse Matthews looked a lot hotter off the bat than it was. Kind of died up here in this thick air. F6, L6 as Matthews lines out following the flyout by Prue, and a busy game so far at shortstop for Rios. Healy Taylor to the dish. She wants a practice swing, so she'll get time and step back in, taps the plate, ready to go. Gentile fires. Taylor swings at the first pitch. It's got a lot of spin off the end cap, but it will stay foul down the first baseline. Taylor, pretty good season inside the circle, so we may see her in relief today. 2.0 ERA, she is 9-2 on the year. 84 innings pitched. She'll take a ball to even the count at 1-1. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Cats with 2 down. Looking to roll the card over. They can get a couple base runners. Taylor watches the riser just keep on moving up to the 3rd level. She lays off. It's 2-1. Trying to work her way into a hitter's count. Hit to third base, and that's going to be an E5 as that gobbles up the third baseman, and Taylor's on with a 2-out error. NDSCS looking to make it hurt here on B92.7, trailing 2-0 in the top of the second inning. Put the ball in play, good things happen. That's the age-old adage. Katie Edmonds coming to the plate. Edmonds with 3 singles in game 1. And that is wicked good production out of the 8 spot. Edmonds lays off the first pitch high, 1-0. And this is where Gentile ran into trouble in game 1 with runners on base. Just trying to be too picky and too choosy with her locations. A couple walks here, a couple walks there, and then you run into these big Wildcat bats. 1-0 from Gentile. That one low, dribbled right back to her. She'll make the throw to first base, and the Cats go scoreless in the second inning. It's 2-0 Joliet. NDSCS leads the district championship series 1-0. Joliet trying to force a rubber match tomorrow. A lot of ball game left here on KBMW News Live YouTube. We'll come back with the bottom of the second inning in about 60 seconds. It's the district finals in NJCAA D3, a trip to the World Series in New York hanging in the balance.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wapaton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats!
Bottom of the second inning, another slow start for the number 1 ranked NDSCS Wildcats as they trail Joliet 2-0. First game they were down 2-0, they were down 3-2. They exploded for 6 runs in the fourth and ended that one early, 11-3. But Joliet has clapped back with 2 early runs. And they'll come to the plate with the lead here in the home half of the second inning, trailing this afternoon series 1-0. It'll be number 16, Atkins at the plate. Atkins swings at the first pitch. He'll foul it straight back out of play. Strike 1. And they don't have Atkins' first name listed here on the roster, so I apologize, folks. She wears number 16. She's got an 0-1 count. Make it a 1-1 count as that one misses at the ankles. Grace Volkema inside the circle. 2.25 ERA, 124 punch-outs on the season. Slow start to the year. She had mono coming into the season. But boy, once she shook that off, she has been dynamite. And she climbs the ladder for a swinging strike. 2-1. Atkins, no chance at catching up with that one. First inning, Volkema gave up a leadoff single. It went right through the 5-hole all the way to the base of the fence. That allowed Hansen to get to third. And a fielder's choice off the bat of Herkel scored her. And then a home run down the right field line made it 2-0. Volkema tries to lean on that rise ball again, but Atkins able to keep the hands back, and the count is 2-2. 2-2 from Volkema. Eye high, and it's now full. So Volkema has no choice here but to challenge Atkins. Mano-y-mano, count is full, payoff pitch. On the way is Volkema, rocks and fires. Goes right back to that riser, but Atkins able to get a tomahawk swing, fouls it. Good job by Atkins getting on top of the softball there. And we'll do the payoff again. Wind still blowing heavy left to right. Difficult day for center field and right field. Full count. Volkema into her motion. Glove above the head. She fires. Fouled straight back into the netting. Back-to-back 2-strike fouls by Atkins. She's shown some moxie in the batter's box. The Wolves are no stranger to good competition. They swept DuPage to win Region 4. They're 28-24 with a schedule chock full of great teams. And Volkema gets a ground ball to third. Play made over to first base, so Volkema wins the battle. Works around a couple foul balls on a full count, retires Atkins on 10 pitches. 5-3 putout brings up Katie Johnsky, wearing number 9 today. With one down, Volkema fires. All over the outside corner, 0-1. Pinpoint accuracy from Grace Volkema. She might be getting into a rhythm here. Volkema. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and there's that premium velo as she sneaks it past Johnsky. And both teams getting the pitch calls from the dugout. That's just an ongoing trend here in 2025. 0-2 on the way, and Volkema throws it right down Broadway. She took a little bit off and mixed up Johnsky, caught her window shopping. Strikeout for Volkema. The backward K makes it 2 down here. Volkema trying to work a 1-2-3 second. She'll have to face Rios, who has been highlight reel stuff at shortstop today. Just misses the bottom of the kneecaps to Rios. It's 1-0. Volkema trying to even the count here. 1-0 to Rios. The shortstop takes it off the inner half. Once you get to this district championship round, you know you're going to get a true pro-level strike zone, and that's what it's been today. Corner to corner, knees to belt. Nothing more. It's not going to bend. Count is 2-0. And Volkema challenges her, goes right down the heart of the plate, and she'll take it for strike 1, 2-1. 8-hitter Rios. Volkema trying to avoid the top of the order. And that one is popped back over the press row here, foul ball. Count is now 2-2, and Folkema's got a chance to put a bow on this one with back-to-back punch-outs. That's the kind of momentum NDSCS needs. Folkema gets a ground ball to second base, routine play, and Cooley caps off the inning with a 4-3. Folkema works a 1-2-3. She gets a ground out to third, a ground out to second with a looking K right in the middle. And it's 2-0 Joliet as NDSCS comes to the plate in the top of the third. One more win, and they can reach the World Series. Joliet standing in their way in this best-of-3 division championship round on B92.7 FM.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
NDSCS will start off the third inning in a 2-0 hole. In the 9 hole of the order, it'll be Meredith Fry. She had a couple infield hits last game, a bunt single, and then she used that slapper style that the third baseman was playing about 7 feet away from home plate, but she slapped it into the ground, and the third baseman had a backhand, and that was just enough time for the lightning fast Fry to get down the line. And once again, the infield playing about even with the pitcher's mound, shortstop playing just in front of second base for depth. And Fry will take the first pitch high, 1-0. To Meredith Fry, trying to get it past the drawn-in infield. She'll run at that pitch again and take it at the eye level, 2-0. Rayo Cooley coming up next, top of the lineup. Cats down 2-0. Third inning, NDSCS leads this series 1-0, best of 3. And the 2-0 is off the plate as well. So Meredith Fry, you got to face 8 hitters who stand still in the box. Then you get Fry, who comes running at you, looking to slap it. It's definitely a change of pace here for Gentile inside the circle, and she's in danger of walking the leadoff hitter. And it's in the dirt, so a 4-pitch walk for Meredith Fry, and she serves as an extension of the leadoff spot. Bringing up the top of the order, Rael Cooley. Fry's got wheels, she can run. She's on first base. For the season, Meredith Fry, 57 stolen bases and 59 attempts. Boy, that pops off the box score. Leads the team 20 more than Dannenfelser, who has 37. She goes on the first pitch. It's hit down the left field line. It's going to run the fence. Here comes Fry. She can fly. They'll send her. Maybe a play at the plate. Throws on time. But we're going to get obstruction on the catcher, I do believe. She's in front of the plate without the ball. Fry's got to go around her, and NDSCS catches a break. And the Joliet head coach is going to want to talk about this, but she was up the line. The throw brought her there. She was in the runner's path, but I don't think that's going to change anything as the conversation's over, and the Cats are on the board 2-1 as Rael Cooley hugs the third baseline with a double, and Meredith Fry comes zooming in to score the first run of the game for NDSCS. So Fry had to deviate and kind of slide around, and I'm not sure she got the tag on her anyways. It was bang, bang, but it's 2-1, Wildcats on the board as we update the scoreboard on KBMW News Live YouTube. It was a rifle from the cutoff at third base. We get a bunt attempt here. Batter offers, strike one. Dannenfelser can't pull the barrel back. So Dannenfelser in the 2 spot, looking to make the obstruction call that turned an out into a run. Hurt even more with a runner on second base. And a great off-speed pitch freezes Dannenfelser. She could have stood there and took a picture of that one. It took forever to reach the zone. She's down 0-2. That one skips off the top of the plate. It's a nice block by the catcher. And that holds Cooley at second. Herkel behind the dish here in game 2. It was Isabella Hansen in game 1, but a pretty good game in her own right. 1-2 to Dannenfelser. She's going to hit that one pretty hard to left. It's drifting towards the fence, and the left fielder, who gets caught in the spin cycle, loses her shades. She's able to adjust and make the catch in that wicked vortex that we got here today. It is windy, folks. Lost her footing for a second, but collects herself, finds the softball for the out. So Dannenfelser with an F7. First out of the inning. That feels like a big one at this point. With Joliet giving up 2 leads in game 1, they want to hang on to this 2-1 advantage. As that one looked like it may have buckled the knees, but it's just down to Kendall Moss. Moss singled her first time, got stranded at second. That's where Cooley's at right now after leading off with a double. Good piece of hitting just out of the reach of the third baseman. Moss calls for time. She wants to straighten her swing out before she digs back in, and now we're ready to go. Gentell inside the circle. Pitch misses at the letters, 1-0. NDSCS would much rather play from ahead, but you know what? After pretty much cruising through the region tournament, a little bit of adversity is not so bad on your way to the World Series. We'll see if they can make another early comeback here. Ground ball to second base should advance the runner to third. It will. So the second out of the inning comes on a fielder's choice to Moss, but at least it's to the right side. Cooley scampers to third. Emma Johnson comes up, and boy, she has been quiet today. A couple strikeouts in game 1. A fielder's choice here to start off this one, and they'd really like to get her bat unleashed. Johnson, a bona fide power hitter in this lineup, .392 average entering the day with 6 homers, 10 doubles, and a pair of triples. She takes the first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. And they just haven't given her anything inside in her wheelhouse. And if they do, it could land on 11th Street with the way the wind's blowing. Johnson tries to turn on that one just a bit out front. It's a tapper back to Gentell. That does it. So the Cats, they get 1 run on a double by Rael Cooley. Fry comes around and scores at home on the obstruction call. And it's 2-1 Joliet through 2.5 innings on B92.7. Cats took game 1 today, 11-3. That was radio only. You can watch this game on KBMW News Live YouTube. Wildcats hoping to end it in a storm of the diamond and clinch their trip back to the NJCAA World Series, where they finished in the top 2 in back-to-back seasons.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels, and they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats!
Bottom of the third inning. Same strategy, same spot in the order, as Joliet will roll out a slapper in the number 9 spot. It'll be the lefty, number 4, another small-statured speedster. It is Reyes, Natalie Reyes. So she's hoping to bleed something through the infield. I'm not sure what the umpires are going over here, but we have a little discussion up the first base line. And now the field umpire's going back to his base. And the crew chief is going to go over and talk to the Joliet coach. So, boy, that would really be the cherry on the top of a bad break obstruction at home if they got something incorrect with their lineup card here. So it's 2-1 Joliet. They enter this series winners of Region 4, 28-24. They swept DuPage in the championship. They're ranked number 12 in the country. NDSCS enters this series ranked number 1 in the country, now 44-17. As I got to check that. I got to check their 48-13 and 1. Winners of Region 13. Reyes will take the first pitch on the outer half. Again, she's a slapper, so she'll get a full head of steam running straight at the circle on the release. So 1, and that one from Folkema had some velo on it, but she loses it low. And the count is 1-1. Cooley, the second baseman, playing even with the pitcher. Emma Johnson staying put at first. And the fastball slides its way outside, and it's now 2-1. Shortstop playing regular depth. Third baseman drawn in as well. And the 2-1, chest high, 3-1. And we've seen this already with Fry. It is difficult to pitch to these batters, already short-statured, and when they start shuffling towards the front of the batter's box and crouch down, they get even smaller. 3-1 count, strike on the outer half. So Folkema battles back, and it's now full. This is a big spot here with the 9-hitter. Payoff pitch to Reyes. Battle with Folkema. And Folkema wins it. She gets a sword of a swing. One hand follow through, can't touch it. Punch out for Folkema, her third K of the ball game. 1 up and 1 down for Joliet.
Top of the lineup, number 6, Isabella Hansen.
That brings up Isabella Hansen. She had that single that ran the wall and right, turned it into a triple. And she'll square to bunt. It's a good one. Johnson fields it up the first baseline. Nice little quick throw. Johnson knew she couldn't extend and throw it, so she just short-armed it over to first base, and Cooley had her back. The second baseman gets over to cover. 2 up, 2 down for Folkema. 1-3 on that one, and that'll bring up Herkel. Her fielder's choice drove in Hansen in the first. Leah Herkel hits that one hard to right field, and that's going to run the fence. She's cruising into second. They're going to hold her up. Big turn, and she'll pull up right there. So a double that goes all the way into the corner for Herkel. And the 1 and 2 hitters have been peppering that right side of the outfield early on.
Number 18, Kerrigan Coates.
That'll bring up Copes in the 3-hole. She was caught looking last time, so Caitlin Strauss had her number. We'll see if she can dial it up again. All right, Grace Folkema, excuse me. 2 great Wildcat pitchers. And Folkema jams her on the inner half with a strike. Once again, we got a good one, folks, but the Wildcats at any time can really turn it on offensively. But right now, it's Joliet 2, NDSCS 1. Wolves have a runner in scoring position, and a big hack right over the top of that pitch. 0-2. So Folkema trying to make Copes a strikeout victim in back-to-back plate appearances. We'll see what she goes with here. 0-2, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Folkema climbs the ladder and can't get a chase. The count is now 1-2. Folkema with a 13 strikeout, 1 hitter in the region tournament against St. Cloud Tech. And that one just fought off the handle. If that was a wood bat, probably would have broke right in half as Folkema tries the inside corner there. And Copes does a good job just getting the hands on it. 1-2. Copes trying to be a thorn in Folkema's side. Folkema trying to get out of a jam. It's a foul ball straight back from Copes. A About 90 today for the high, but it doesn't feel like it with all the wind out here, folks. Pretty nice day for a ball game. Not so much to be playing on the right side of the field. 1-2, Folkema comes set. Rock and fire. She goes with the high pitch, and it's flared off foul. Right side once again. Count is 1-2, and they're behind on everything that Folkema throws today, but that's where the power alley is. Wind blowing out to right. Back-to-back-to-back foul balls here by Copes. Folkema trying to figure this out. And she jams her. Grounds it back to the mound. Folkema throw is low to first, so an E1 on Folkema as Johnson can't scoop it. And that was a short-range throw, so that's a lot to ask of your first baseman, and it gets away. So the E1 scores Herkel, and it's 3-1 Joliet as Copes gets to first base. Pretty atypical of NDSCS to commit errors, but we've seen a couple today. High-pressure situation, and Joliet takes a 3-1 lead. Folkema goes right back to it with a beautiful pitch inside knee-high, strike one to Welcome. Welcome got roughed up inside the circle in relief in game one. Came back in a big way with a homer to start this ball game. And there was a home run swing again. She did not miss that by much. Straight off the top of the barrel and straight back. And that's when you know the batter's seen it like a beach ball. She was right on that pitch. 0-2. Folkema's going to have to get tricky here. And Folkema fires it by. Foul tip into the mitt for a K. So Folkema puts the error in the back of her mind and strikes out Welcome to end the inning. But Joliet tacks on another, and they have a 3-1 lead, and we're already into the fourth inning. So the Cats, they got to go. They got to go now in the District Championship Series, leading 1-0. Should Joliet hang on in this one, we'll have a rubber match tomorrow for all the marbles. But NDSCS looking for that big inning like they had in the fourth last game when they scored 6 runs. We'll be back in 30 seconds on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
For the NDSCS Wildcats and head coach Mike Elke, it's kind of like that Drake track. Started from the bottom, now we're here. 4 wins in his first season as head coach. 55 last year to set a school record, and they're sitting at 48 this year. But Joliet, who has 28 wins, they lead 3-1 here as we hit the fourth inning. And a beautiful pitch from Gentell, who got saddled with the loss in game 1. She starts Blythe Prue off with a strike knee-high inside. Blythe Prue got the Cats on the board in the first half of this twin bill with a solo shot to left. Second pitch to Prue is a dirt ball, evens the count at 1-1. Prue's first at-bat was a fly out to the shortstop, got just underneath the high cheddar. And Prue turns on that one, just a little antsy, fouled on the third base line. That's what Prue likes to do. She likes to jump on it and pull. The righty gets her hips fired, and she has power to the left side. And that one nearly hits her off the bounce. Dugout saying that was a strike because it bounced into the zone, and the count is now 2-2. Joliet looking real good here in a bounce-back effort so far in Game 2 of the district finals. Prue chases the 2-2 down low, but she's able to fight it down the third baseline foul. Prue trying to bounce one off the water tower in left center field here. 2-2 count. 1 homer on the day. Blith Prue, how do you do? That one is laced to left field, and it gets by the outfielder. Took a bad bounce, might have hit a sprinkler head or something, and Prue is into second base with a single. Advances an extra bag on the E7. Blith Prue took the cover off that one with 2 strikes. Went to left field. That brings up Jesse Matthews. Jesse Matthews lined out to the shortstop, Rios, her first time up. Rios has been a magnet over there today. Matthews has been a phenomenal bat here in the 6th spot. Matthews swings at the first pitch, chops it up the line, just does go foul. And a good break for Matthews because she did not leave the batter's box. Nobody out, Prue on second base, tying run at the plate. It's Jesse Matthews facing Gentile. Gentile buries it in the dirt. A great read by Prue there as she saw the spin on that one, and she started going before it even hit the chest protector. She's able to get into third base. Ground ball to the right side could cut this lead to 1 here as Matthews faces a 1-1 count against Gentile. Matthews lays off the pitch, chest high, and the count is 2-1. Matthews got to be sitting fastball here. Two-1 on the way to Matthews. That one was right down the middle, but I don't think she was expecting the drop on it. And that one had about 6 inches of break, froze her, 2-2. Jesse Matthews on the season, .325 batting average. Two-two on the way. Matthews stays alive, fouls it over toward the Joliet dugout. Healy Taylor waiting in the wings. Katie Edmonds and Meredith Fry will round out the lineup. 0 outs here. And this is where Gentile ran into a buzzsaw in game 1. 6 runs in the 4th inning. She gets a swing and a miss, but the ball gets away, and she'll reach first base. She's going to dig for second, and Joliet is taking a nap in the field. All 9 players fall asleep, and Matthews turns a strikeout into 2 bases. And that's championship softball there. Make the most with what you got. Matthews strikes out, realizes that nobody's paying attention, and that plate has been troubled today. We saw a ball bounce off the plate and go all the way over the backstop to score a run, and that one bounced off the plate and took a nasty hop on the Joliet catcher. Matthews to second, Prue has to stay at third, but there's nobody out. And Gentile running into those 4th inning blues again here at the Gail Miller Softball Complex. Healy Taylor coming to the plate will get her numbers as they have a quick visit on the mound. Healy Taylor hitting .318 on the season, 48 starts. Taylor has 10 doubles. A double here would tie the ball game. Gentile just needs to grab an out. First baseman playing up, anticipating a potential bunt. Third baseman slightly in front of the base. Middle infield, regular depth. Swing and a miss at a pitch that drops in the dirt, 0-1. Taylor eager to drive in some runs here. Jumps the gun a bit on that pitch that dropped. Oh, 0-1 coming to Healy Taylor. 2 ducks on the pond. Nice snag there behind the plate to save a run as Gentile couldn't get rid of that ball and it sailed high. Catch made snow cone style by the catcher, Herkel. As the Healy Taylor chants have started, big spot for Taylor. Taylor hits it foul, but she can't tuck it inside the line. It's 1-2. And if Gentile can get out of this inning, NDSCS might be in trouble. because she's otherwise been good. It's just that first little bit of traffic that kind of rattles her a bit. 1-2, Gentile. Taylor hits that to center field. Should be a sacrifice fly. They'll send Prue. Pretty good throw up the line, and Prue is in. Throw travels all the way home, and that allows the runner to get to third as well. So an RBI sac fly off the bat of Healy Taylor, and the Cats playing some small ball, taking advantage of a dropped strike 3 and a sacrifice fly. Matthews to third, 1 down. Katie Edmonds coming up. Edmonds grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Edmonds with a trio of singles in game 1. The runner dives back. They go for the tag, but she's safe. Now we got a runner in a pickle between first and second. Go back and go home. So the runner scores and the runner gets back to first. The Cats create chaos on the bases. Runner dead to rights at third base after that ball bounced off the third baseman's mitt. I think that Matthews thought that thing went a little farther into the outfield. It was right there. Matthews slides in safely to third. They go for the runner at first. They'll get nobody, and we're tied at 3. A frenetic sequence of events there as the Cats get in 2 rundowns, able to escape both like Harry Houdini, and we're all tied up in the district title game. Matthews comes in to score 3-3. And that brings up Meredith Fry. She walked her first time on 4 pitches, came around to score. So Edmonds reaches on the E5. And she'll hold off, and we'll get a stolen base here on a pitch that was outside. Nothing the catcher could do about that one, as Herkel had to slide over and just focus on keeping it out in front. So Fry is up 2-0 in this count, and she has seen 6 straight balls in her 2 appearances. Edmonds on second base after the error. And a little tapper to the first base side, and that will advance the runner to third as Fry is retired. 2 down, top of the order, Rael Cooley. And we'll see if she can bring the juice from the leadoff spot. 1 more out there, and the Cats trying to break this 3-3 tie as they have come back from a deficit for the 2nd straight game today. Joliet standing in the way of NDSCS heading to the World Series. NDSCS just needs 1 more win. First pitch upstairs to Cooley, 1-0. 4th inning, folks, it's 3-3. Edmonds standing on third, Cooley at the dish. Gentile on the mound. Nearly hits the batter, it's 3-1. Gentile with a pretty good outing, and if she can get out of this inning in a tie ball game, that'll go a long ways for her confidence. That one hit a mile to right center and carrying, and it's off the base of the fence. So Cooley with her 2nd double, she's in standing, and the Wildcats have taken the lead at the Gale. 4-3, here come the Cats clawing their way back, and they're hungry for another appearance at the NJCAA World Series. That brings up Dannenfelser, and it just gets no easier now as you have 2, 3, 4 due up with 2 outs. We're going to get a quick mound visit. We'll see if they take Gentile out in the 4th inning like they did in Game 1. I'm Robert Wannick on B92.7. NJCAA District Finals from the Gale.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wapaton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wapaton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
They'll stick with Gentile on the mound. She'll try to work through it as the runner's on second base. Rayo Cooley pops a double to the right center gap. And that scores Edmonds, and it's 4-3 NDSCS. At the plate, it's Dannenfelser. She fouls the first pitch off. Dannenfelser takes the first pitch above the belt, or second pitch above the belt, and it's now 1-1. Dannenfelser trying to cash in here with a runner on second base. 2 outs. Wildcats have taken the lead with 3 runs in the fourth. Dannenfelser just late on that pitch as she fouls it off. Moss coming up next. She's 1 for 2 with a single. And a long break for Folkema, so hopefully she can keep her mojo when she heads back out there on the rubber. Gentile trying to lock up Dannenfelser. She'll go low and outside. Dannenfelser will lay off, and the count is 2-2. Deuce is wild here in the fourth inning. And the comeback Cats have done it again. Trailing 3-1, they lead 4-3. Gentile, rock and fire, high. Count is full. So Dannenfelser really battling up there with Gentile. Runs the count full. 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Cats have a 1-run lead. They have flipped the table. And Dannenfelser hits it off the ball of her foot there. Or off the ball of her ankle, I should say. And she's going to be a little gimpy after that. Looks like she'll be able to shake it off, take a few seconds, and get back in there. Full count, and she lives to see another pitch here. And Gentile's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to sneak one past this lineup? And the strikeouts just haven't been there for Gentile. As a matter of fact, she has 0 Ks here through 3 2/3. She misses downstairs. It's a walk. Runners on first and second. Cats in the 3-hole with Kendall Moss, 1 for 2 in the game. Two outs. As Moss wants a second here, she steps in, and Joliet just takes so long to get those pitch calls in as Gentile has to look at the forearm card. And that one's grounded to third. And she'll just touch third base and get the force, and that ends the inning, but the Cats tack on 3, and they regain the lead at 4-3. Matter of fact, it's the first lead of the ball game for NDSCS. They took game 1 11-3. Couple innings away here from heading back to the World Series, but Joliet is looking every bit the part of a contender here in this game. A 1-run ball game as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning in the district finals of NJCAA D3 Softball at Gail Miller in Wapaton.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube, NDSCS scrapes across 3 in the 4th, scoring those runs. Blythe Prue, Jesse Matthews, Katie Edmonds, a big double from Rael Cooley. And the Cats have the lead here. A win in this game would send NDSCS to the NJCAA D3 World Series. A win by Joliet would force a tiebreaker tomorrow back in Wahpeton. First pitch of the inning is upstairs, as Folkema can't find the zone with pitch 1. Second pitch catches the belt. It's 1-1. At the plate for Joliet, we have number 21, Wells. Taylor Wells at the dish. She'll take one that skips off the dirt. She's up in the count, 2-1. And the dust is blowing here. Hot and windy. We got enough sand on our equipment to make a sandbox. Gonna have some cleaning up to do after this series. 2-1 from Folkema, and that one rises way too high, 3-1. Some good action on that pitch and some good late velo, but it just keeps working its way up by the neck area. So 3-1. Folkema clips the inside corner. That's a beautiful pitch. And with how hard she's throwing that pitch and how far inside it is on the plate, that's going to be hard for any batter to get the barrel out on. You basically got to guess early and swing out of the hand, and the count is full. And that one hit sky high to center field and carrying pretty deep at the fence and making the catch. Meredith Fry. No fear of the fence there. What do they tell the outfield? Find the fence and then find the ball. And she backed up all the way in front of the flagpoles and reels it in on the warning track. So a long out by Wells to start the 4th inning. And Grace Folkema can let out a breath. That'll bring up Atkins. Atkins thought about winding up on that inside pitch. She holds off. It's 1-0. Atkins swings so hard her ponytail flips all the way to the front of her jersey. As Grace Folkema wins that battle, 1-1. Atkins, big, strong righty, looking to do damage in the middle of the lineup, and she'll get underneath that one and foul it straight back. Count is 1-1. Folkema quietly up to 4 Ks in this ball game. 2 Ks last inning. She'll miss upstairs there. Great discipline by Atkins, who grounded out to third her first time up. Two-two. Folkema fires to Atkins, and she catches her watching. Inside corner. Atkins can't pull the trigger, and Folkema has strikeout number 5 in the ball game. Next K for Grace Folkema will be 130 on her sophomore campaign. 2 of the 5 strikeouts have come looking. That brings up Johnsky. 7, 8, 9. That's where Joliet is at in the order right now, trailing 4-3, 4th inning. They have the bottom half. They are the home team in game 2 of this series. And Folkema trying to dial up the heat there, and it goes to the backstop, 2-0. NDSCS won the first game by 8 runs. They are 1 win away from advancing to the World Series. Joliet can bounce back with a win here. We'll get 1 game for everything tomorrow. 4-3 Cats pitch from Folkema. Beautiful pitch on a line at the knees, 2-1. Joliet has really settled down after that barrage of Wildcat runs on the back half of last game. 2-1 from Folkema. Another pitch at the knees, 2-2, and she is in the lowest portion of that strike zone. Only 2 things can happen when you're that far down in the zone, a ground ball or a strikeout. Deuces wild on the scoreboard, bottom 4. Folkema trying to get out of here. 2-2, misses upstairs, and the count is full. Lots of full count today, folks, and I mean, not so bad for the listener if that's your thing. It makes the game prolonged a little bit, but both teams putting together great ABs. Folkema with the rise ball, sits her down, and Grace Folkema punches out 2 batters for the second inning today. She's got 6 Ks, and the Cats have a chance to extend the lead. Instead of playing from behind, they're going to try to ride off into the sunshine with a big, big inning here. Heading to the top of the 5th, it's 4-3 NDSCS District Finals at the Gail Miller Softball Complex. Somebody's going to be booking their ticket to New York to play in the NJCAA D3 World Series.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
Emma Johnson will start it off for the Cats, trying to break out of a slump today. Certainly not a season-long slump, as she's right around 400 average, but she's had a quiet afternoon at the Gail Miller. And Johnson lays off a pitch outside. That's a pitch that most lefties want nothing to do with. 1-0. Gentile still out there working. She'll catch Johnson looking at a pitch that you'd think would be right in her power alley. Thigh high in her half, but Johnson turns her head at it. 1-1. Gentile skips that one about 3 feet in front of the dish. Count is now 2-1. Johnson 0 for 3 in the first game, 0 for 2 in game 2. Looking for a slump buster at the plate. Johnson way out front of the change. 2-2. She takes a short stroll to collect her thoughts. You could see her squeezing the life out of that bat as she's clearly frustrated. But she could turn those fortunes with one swing of the bat. Johnson chops it to second. Tough play, but a nice pick. Underhand scoop to first for the out. Might have missed that one on the camera, folks. Sorry about that. But a good play by the second baseman as it short hopped her on an in-between bounce. Scooped it like a first baseman. Play made over at second base by Reyes. And that'll bring up Blythe Prue, and the hits just haven't been getting through for NDSCS. It's great for the Wildcat fans that they jumped ahead by 1, but they have been laboring here offensively. And after Gentile was able to work around some runners on base, she's gotten right back down to business. She misses the first pitch there off the plate, 1-0. Gentile looks at the pitch card on her arm, gets the call, and she'll fire. Drops that one off the table. That had Prue swinging belt high, and it was knee high. So the count is 1-1. Top of the fifth, Cats clinging to a 1-run lead over Joliet. Joliet receiving votes in the latest poll. They came in at number 12. Cats moved from number 2 to number 1 in the nation. Chop to short, that's Rios. She'll fire to first. Nice stretch over there to get the out, and Rios has yet to commit an error today, and she has gotten a lot of action at shortstop. Nice stretch to finish off the play there by Copes at first base. So Jesse Matthews trying to get the Cats going with 2 down here. Johnson grounds to second. Prue grounds to short. Matthews steps in. Gentile rolling here in the inning. And again, one of those pitches that bounces about 2 feet in front of the plate. She's been able to sprinkle those in and somehow find her way back into the strike zone. Not let that kind of waterfall on her. (1-0) to Matthews. Matthews turns on it, hits it to the right side, an inside-out swing, but just enough muscle on it to push it past the second baseman, and Matthews stays hot. Second single of the ball game. Trying to score for the second time. She'll have to do so with 2 outs. That brings up Healy Taylor. Little small ball action her first time, a sacrifice. Two outs, Taylor at the plate. Pitch is well above the zone, 1-0. Those rise balls from both pitchers, Gentile of Joliet and Folkema of NDSCS, not getting a lot of chases today for the most part. 1-0 to Taylor. And she'll drill that one to left field, but it's an atom ball. And Atkins barely has to move for the third out of the inning. A line out off the bat of Healy Taylor, and the Cats go scoreless. And they'll have to hold off this feisty Joliet team as we head into the bottom of the fifth, with NDSCS leading 4-3 in the district finals on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
At Quarter Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Quarter Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Getting closer to the winning innings here, which are the 6th and 7th as we hit the bottom of the 5th. Joliet trying to get on the board again before that as they trail 4-3. Joliet put up 2 runs in the first, 1 more in the third. The Cats answer with a run in the third and 3 in the fourth. That has been their diamond inning tonight. 6 in the fourth in the first game, so 9 runs scored in that frame for the Cats. Cats lead 4-3. Chopped off the top of the plate. It'll be a fair ball fielded by Johnson, and she'll just put the tag on up the line. And I'll tell you what, Johnson's going to win the battle of strength there. Rios is not going to run through her. Looked like she thought about it as she kept going right at her, but Emma Johnson just bumped her off her spot for the out. So Rios, the 7-hitter, down on a grounder 1 pitch. The 8-hitter, excuse me, and now we're in the 9th spot with Reyes. Lefty struck out her first time up. And to me, this is wild. I don't see a lot of these JUCO softball games, but the infield playing about 10 yards away, what if one of these slap hitters drills one? I mean, you're going to have 0 reaction time, but they must know better than me because it hasn't happened yet. She's going to hit that one opposite field. A good piece of hitting as she just checks her swing halfway and pokes it right through the 5.5 hole. Shortstop can't make a backhand play, and it's a single for Reyes. And Reyes rolls the lineup card over, and that could be huge as Isabella Hansen comes up 1 for 2 with a single and a run. Good speed on first base with Reyes. Hansen will follow back into the chest plate. And on the mound now it is Healy Taylor, Runner stays put, they'll throw behind. She gets back head first. So Healy Taylor comes in to relieve Folkema. Pretty good outing for Folkema with 6 Ks. Healy Taylor, no slouch, a 2.0 ERA. She's 9-2, 84 innings pitched, 238 batting average against. And that one softly hit to the left side, reeled in by the shortstop. So catch made at shortstop by number 2.
Number 10, Leah.
I believe that's Katie Edmonds. Katie Edmonds making the catch, and as good as Rios has been, Edmonds has been there just as good for the Cats. So great play at shortstop today, and that's why they're there. One of the premier spots in the diamond. 2 down here. As Taylor can't find the zone, and it misses the mitt. Gets away. That's probably a pass ball on the catcher. So the runner moves into scoring position, representing the tying run, the speedy Reyes. After Hansen pops out to short, that brings up Herkel. She doubled the right field and came around to score, so she's got some power. Check swing, lays off. Taylor misses inside, 2-0. Taylor on the season, 59 Ks, just 14 walks. But that one a bit high, 3-0. Everybody on this Cats team, pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. Taylor trying to battle back from a 3-0 count. Fires it right over the heart of the plate. It's 3-1. Taylor wearing lucky number 7. She's got the white Rip It face mask on. Again, the Cats in white jerseys, red pinstripes, championship unis for this district final. Back-to-back pitches, right down the center cut. It's 3-2. Taylor trying the end of the inning, full count. That's hit to the second baseman and picked right off the dirt in the air for an out. So Rael Cooley tracks that one nicely. You could see the dust kick up from her mitt, but she's able to pick it off the diamond. And the Cats get out of the inning, stranding a runner on second base. On to the 6th inning. We are into the winning innings, and NDSCS leads 4-3, trying to punch their ticket to the World Series here on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wahpeton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers.
Katie Edmonds will lead off the 6th inning for the Wildcats after making a nice play at shortstop. And the Wildcats lead 4-3. Once again, they've trailed 3 times today. They were able to bust it open for an 11-3 win in the opener. And this one, they scored 3 runs in the 4th. They lead by 1 as it's anybody's ball game. 4-3 NDSCS on top of Joliet as we head into the 6th. Winner heads to the NJCAA D3 World Series. Edmonds spits on a fastball that bounces off the dirt, 1-0. Joliet trailing by 1. They got 6 more outs to work with at the plate, but they really got to hold the Wildcats. Count is 1-0. And that pitch is above the belt. Count is 2-0, so Edmonds able to start ahead in the count here. Two-0 count to Edmonds. And she'll take a pitch that gets a good portion of the outer half, 2-1. So NDSCS at this point with the lead, trying to pick their pitch, especially when they're ahead in the count. You'll take as many free base runners as you can get. 2-1 to Edmonds. Gentile still out there, a workmanlike effort. She's started both games. That one gets away from the catcher. Count is now 3-1. So Gentile now, after she pitched 3 innings in the first game, she's worked 5 in this one. 8 innings under her belt today in the doubleheader. 3-1 to Edmonds. And that one sails on her. Well off the plate, a walk to Edmonds. And that's going to get a mound visit. We may get a pitching change here as it looks like she might be running out of gas as she walks the 8-hitter Edmonds. We'll take a quick break while they do a mound visit. 4-3 NDSCS, leadoff runner on to start the 6th inning. District Championship on B92.7 FM.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions or call 218-643-8721.
After a walk to begin the inning, Meredith Fry chops it over the pitcher's head, and a nice play made to throw her out. I believe that was the shortstop once again, Rios. She gets Fry. You got to have some quick release time to get Fry in the 9 spot. She does that, but Fry able to move Edmonds over to second base, and we got a pitching change. It's Skylar Welcome. So they go with the same 1-2 punch they rolled out in game 1. Gentile followed by Welcome. Both of them got hit hard, but the cupboard must be empty today as they're going to go to the same formula, trailing by 1 in the 6th inning to NDSCS. 1 out runner on second as Matthews advances on the ground out, fielder's choice from Fry. Top of the order, Rael Cooley has a 1-0 count at the plate. And that one grounded to short. Rios with a beautiful backhand. She'll plant and throw. Stretch, catch, got her. Give Rios a gold glove. That was spectacular. And that's what you can do when you have a good first baseman. Just throw it in the neighborhood, get it over there in time. She'll do the rest. What a stretch and pick by number 18, Copes. And that keeps Joliet's district championship hopes alive. That's the second out of the 6th inning. Runner at third base for the Cats, and Rios, wow, just fantastic at the 6th spot tonight, playing shortstop. So she guns Cooley out. Dannenfelser to the plate, chops it over the pitcher's head. Tough play. It's going to get through. As that one bounced right over the second base bag, returned to sender, and the second baseman nearly collides with the shortstop Rios. and it gets through to the infield. So 5-3 NDSCS, a back-breaking insurance run here late in the game if you're Joliet. Great job by Dannenfelser, not trying to do too much, taking the pitch where it is on the outer half and just spiking it off the turf, or off the dirt up the middle. Kendall Moss squares around a bunt. It's a beauty up the first base line. Catcher makes a play. Can't get her out. A lot happening there, folks, but the catcher picks it up, and she actually ran in to one of the infielders. So it's a single, and then they try to get the runner at second base, but she's able to get back in. So runners on first and second, a single by Dannenfelser. A single by Moss, excuse me. That brings up Emma Johnson. Good spot to get right here. Runners on first and second, 2 down. And Johnson takes a tough pitch for a lefty, low and away, 0-1. Cats trying to add at least one more here in the top of the 6th. As Johnson watches that one rise out of the zone, 1-1. Johnson wearing number 20, batting from the left side in the power hole, batting 4th today. Johnson jumps on it, opposite field, tailing and caught by Atkins. That had some backdoor tail on it, and Atkins caught that slider off the bat. She's made a couple nice plays in left field, and that'll end the inning. Johnson stung that one right at Atkins. So the Cats add 1 run, 5-3 NDSCS, bottom of the 6th. Joliet on their back foot in this deciding game of the District Championship Series on KBMW News Live and B92.7 FM.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wapaton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wapaton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats! Cargill Wapaton is hiring for operations technicians. $28 an hour starting pay with $3,000 sign-on bonus. No experience needed. We will train. Great benefits and immediate PTO. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
So NDSCS scratches across 1, and they're doing what they need to do to put themselves in position for a series sweep here, a best-of-3 series in the district finals against Joliet, who's ranked number 12 in the country. Top-ranked NDSCS, up 1-0 today. They're leading 5-3. Bottom 6, Joliet starts it off with a line out to the second baseman, Cooley. Had to move about 1 step to the forehand side. 1 pitch, 1 out for Healy Taylor. Grace Folkema started this game, gave up 3 runs, racked up 6 Ks. Healy Taylor came in, and she's looking for the multi-inning save. Off to a good start here in the 6th inning. That one is hit towards second base, blowing around in the wind, and caught in the palm of her glove by Cooley. Tough play. It hit the webbing, came down into the palm, but she's able to squeeze it. And that's 2 pitches, 2 outs for Healy Taylor in the 6th inning. Joliet will take a pitch here. It's off the plate, 1-0. So 1-0 coming from Taylor upstairs, 2-0. How about nailing down the first 2 outs on 2 pitches this late in the ball game? Way to attack the zone by Healy Taylor. She'll follow that up, however, with 3 straight balls. Joliet has a chance to get a 2-out base runner on. It's Wells at the plate in the 5 spot. Wells takes that one as she probably got the red light on 3-0 with her team down by 2. Joliet has the bottom half. They can't afford to fall behind by more, but they also need to score. Back-to-back takes by Wells, and the count is now full. And we'll see who wins the battle. Taylor in the circle. Wells at the plate. And Taylor down on strikes, or Wells down on strikes, excuse me, as Taylor hits the outside corner, and Wells put the bat on her shoulder. Back-to-back-to-back pitches. The count was 3-0, and it ends in a punch-out. 1-2-3 for Healy Taylor. She's trying to lock up the multi-inning save, and the Cats are oh so close to winning this district series on B92.7. 7th inning coming up. It's winning time on the B.
We know switching your bank can take time, but what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name, or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds on average? When you bank with Bell, you get local customer service you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees. Make the switch to Bell Bank today. It's worth it. Visit www.bell.bank/new to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Corner Drug, our dedicated team works together with your medical providers to bring you the very best in pharmacy care. With our MedSync service, we synchronize your prescriptions so you can pick them up all at once, saving you time. Plus, with Health Pack medication packaging, we organize your medications into easy-to-use packets, helping you take the right dose at the right time. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, we care about our community and support NDSCS men's and ladies basketball. Go Cats! Corner Drug Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Blythe Prue will face Skylar Welcome in the 7th inning. And the Cats have a chance here to add on with Joliet down to their final 3 outs in the bottom half. NDSCS leading 5-3. A win would send NDS to New York to the D3 World Series. And Prue evens the count at 1-1 as she lays off a high fastball. Prue with a solo homer in game 1. We'll see if she can tack it on late here as that one skips its way to the plate. She's up in the count 2-1. Prue with a double and a run scored in this game as her slugging percentage continues to rise for the NDSCS Wildcats. Just a freshman, and she's got a hitter's count as that pitch stays low through and through off the plate. 3-1. Prue on the season, tremendous counting numbers to go along with a .732 slug. 3-1, she gets on top of it, chops it to third. Way to cut down the distance as the third baseman fields it with her momentum carrying her across the diamond and throws Prue out. Excellent play there by number 6 for the Wolves, Hansen. So 1 up, 1 down, and it's still just a 2-run NDSCS lead to start the 7th inning. After Prue grounds out on the 5-3, bringing up Jesse Matthews. And another pitch that is well in front of the plate. I mean, a couple feet in front of the plate. You could probably hit it off a bounce if you want to. The count is 1-0. The 1-2 punch again in this game of Gentel and Welcome inside the circle for Joliet, and they've done much better as NDSCS has just 5 runs. Good enough for a 5-3 lead, however. 1 down in the top of the 7th. Matthews at the dish. 2 singles and a run scored in game 2. Matthews right up the gut, past Rios. And you never know with the way she's flying around at short, but she does a Superman dive to the left side and can't hang on. And it's going to be a single for Jesse Matthews. So 3 singles for Matthews. We saw Edmonds rack up 3 singles in game 1. Matthews says, anything you can do, I can do better, as she gets 3 singles, including 1 in the 7th inning. And that's clutch. It's like we may get a pinch hitter. We'll get a pinch runner. So Healy Taylor will come up. She reached on an error, had a sacrifice fly, and lined out to left. Two of those nice plays on liners over to Adkins and left. So back at the plate now, Healy Taylor trying to help out her own cause. She's in line for the save. If she can mow Joliet down in the bottom half, she'll hit that one under the pitcher's glove. And NDSCS just sitting on the pitch, head down, focused, right back up the middle. Runners on first and second with one down. Back-to-back singles, Matthew and Taylor. Don't got to try to do too much as you already lead in the final inning. Base by base, and the Cats are doing just that. Textbook hitting. And Anjali Villigan will pinch run. She had some footage in the JUCO product NDSCS football documentary, now available on our YouTube page. Hour and 28 minutes of JUCO football. It's a good watch. Go check it out if you get a chance. And Villigan filmed some of those interceptions by Malik Jackson that made it into the film. So thank you, Anjali, for that. She'll get a chance to run here in the 7th inning. We'll get a mound visit, and we'll get a pitching change, and it's going to be the starter coming back in. Look at that. Gentel, welcome. That was the combo game one. Now they'll go Gentel, welcome, back to Gentel again. We'll take a quick break as Gentel will get warmed up. And I don't know what to think about this. We'll see how it works when we come back on B92.7 FM.
American by Wyndham, Baymont by Wyndham, and Travelodge by Wyndham are the preferred hotels of NDSCS Athletics. Coming to town for a game? Let me give you the address and phone numbers for all the hotels that got a big thumbs up from Willie Wildcat himself. American by Wyndham at 2029 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-8365. Baymont by Wyndham, 1800 210 Drive, Wahpeton, 701-642-5000. And Travelodge by Wyndham at 995 21st Avenue North, Wahpeton, 701-642-8731. Go Cats!
So Gentel will re-enter the starting pitcher in both ball games. And a good job by Welcome, who comes in and gives up just one run in relief. It's 5-3 NDSCS, and Joliet, they give their starting pitcher 2 innings of rest on the bench, and now she's back out there for the 7th. As Gentel comes in, runners on first and second, one down. We've yet to have a double play ball today. That could be just what the doctor ordered for Joliet if they want to stay alive in this district championship. First pitch is down and in, ball 1. The wind has not let up here at the Gail Miller Softball Complex, blowing heavy left-right in the outfield. Edmonds at the plate. Gentel, rock and fire. Edmonds gets on the high fastball, shallow center. That's a fly out. The runner will tag. We'll have a play at third. Throw is high. Savvy base running there by the Cats, and that's a pinch runner, Ella Stewart. Or was it? Was it number 16? Ava Howard, the pinch runner. So Howard comes in, and what a tag on a play that was shallow center field, not far behind second base. Howard able to book it from second to third. And credit the coaching staff for making that pinch run situation successful, bringing in Howard, and the Cats now have runners on the corners with 2 down. Meredith Fry, the lefty slapper, in the 9 spot, trying to poke one past the infield. 5-3 Cats, 7th inning. Runner goes on a delayed steal. Pitch is in the dirt. Catcher will put it in her pocket. The count is 1-0. 1-0 to Fry. Fry lays off a pitch just millimeters off the plate, and it's 2-0. They have room for her at first base, but if they do that, they'll have to face big bad Rael Cooley in the top of this lineup. 2-0 count to the 9-hitter Fry. Cats threatening, up by 2 in the top of the 7th. And a pitch that's elevated outside of the strike zone. 3 straight balls to Fry. So she's had a 4-pitch walk. Started off the last count 2-0. Started off this count 3-0. And she has been puzzling for this Joliet pitching staff. And the 3-0 is once again high. 4 straight balls, and the bases are loaded for the Wildcats. 2 down. Runners everywhere for NDSCS. 1 win away from the NJCAA D3 World Series, leading 5-3 against Joliet Junior College. And boy, they could sure use a couple more. Rael Cooley at the top of the order. One double today. 1 double in this game. It's a pass ball. Goes right through the catcher's legs, and that'll be a freebie as the pinch runner, Ava Howard, she's in there for a reason, and she makes it hurt. 6-3 NDSCS is, that one a little bit low, but it went right through the legs. The Cats lead 6-3. Runners on second and third. 1-0 count to Cooley. Cooley gets way underneath it, pops it up to the shortstop, Rios. She'll come over and haul it in. So the Cats get 1 on a pass ball with the bases loaded. And Healy Taylor will head back out to the circle, I do believe, and try to wrap up a 3-inning save here for NDSCS. And there she goes. So Healy Taylor trying to follow up Grace Folkema's excellent start today for the Cats, and they're trying to wrap this one up. 3 outs away from a district championship as NDSCS tries to make it back to the NJCAA World Series. Back in 60 seconds from the Gail Miller. Maybe some fireworks at the finish.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
Back at the Gail Miller, last stand here for number 12 ranked Joliet as the Wolves trail number 1 ranked NDSCS 6-3, bottom 7, district finals. Cats won game 1 of this best of 3 series. And they have Joliet on their back foot, bottom of the 7th. Healy Taylor will face Atkins. Taylor's first pitch of the inning, grounded through the hole. Outside of the reach of Edmond at short. And Joliet jumps on the first pitch. They got a runner on first. Joliet not willing to go down without a fight. If they can come back and walk it off, we'll have another game tomorrow. NDSCS trying to load the bus for nationals. They'll have to work around at least one base runner. That one softly hit to second, off the handle, thrown to first, and they will get the first out of the 7th. As Atkins wheels into second base to avoid the out as the lead runner.
Number 28, Avery Schuer.
So Atkins on second. Nice play by Cooley at second to get that out on a softly hit ball. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. Avery Schuer. So Avery Schuer, big righty stepping in. Maybe a power presence for this Joliet team. As I would get you the Joliet stats, but I can barely see the laptops with how dirty the screen is, so it's really no use, folks, to pull up the webpage. But that is your pinch hitter, Schuer, with a runner on second base. 1 down, 6-3 Cats. Pitch from Taylor, nibbling at the outside corner, but it's down and out, 1-0. Taylor trying to put the finishing touches on a fine relief performance And she misses inside. Ankle high outside, thigh high inside. Both of them off the plate. Both of them balls. And that one will find the zone. Runner tries to take three. She's in there. And I have no idea why they would do that. You need 3 runs. Why would you risk an out on the bases? That run gets you nothing, even if it comes in to score. But luckily, Atkins slides in feet first. Big cut over the top of that pitch. And Taylor has 2 strikes on the pinch hitter. Healy Taylor quickly back to work, spins the softball, puts it in her glove, fires a rise ball out of the zone. Count is now 2-2. Taylor wasted no time out there. Adjusts the face mask on the rubber, ready to go. She glares in, fires. That one's hit to right field. It'll get down all the way to the fence. Runner digging for 2. She'll get in there. So the pinch hitter pays off as Shore pipes one to the right side, scoring Atkins. 6-4, Joliet has a pulse. Cats have some wiggle room here, but that's going to be it for Taylor. So Taylor does her job, but after a couple innings of facing this lineup, they got her number and tagged her for a couple here, couple hits, and it's 6-4. And we'll have a relief pitcher coming in for the Cats. It will be number 15, Ella Stewart, 10-2 on the year, 87 innings pitched. That's the second most on the staff. 1.76 ERA, 209 batting average against. Check out this, 127 strikeouts, just a dozen walks. She leads the team in strikeouts. She'll be your relief pitcher. We'll be back in 15 seconds. Joliet scores 1 in the bottom of the 7th. They've got 1 on, 1 down. 6-4 NDSCS. We got a nail biter on the B.
McGough Construction is a proud supporter of Wildcat basketball. We are grateful for the numerous construction projects that we are managing in the region, including NDSCS's Precision Ag and Diesel Complex. Building for the next generation, we are committed to the community. Go Wildcats from McGough Construction.
Ella Stewart will get a chance for the save here. In line for the hold will be Healy Taylor. In line for the win is Grace Folkema, but Joliet trying to spoil all that here. Strike 1 from Taylor to the 9-hitter Reyes. Runner on second base. Sure, just doubled in a run to score Atkins, who singled to lead off the inning. It's 6-4 Cats. Swing and a miss by Reyes. A wild swing with not much control of the barrel. And we got a 2-strike count here to Reyes. Reyes able to hold back on a juicy fastball up in the zone. And those ones are hard to lay off when you're behind in the count, and they look like you can hit them into the gap. 1-2 to Reyes. Fouled off, and the 9-hitter stays alive. And this is a 10th spot for NDSCS. Top of the order coming up next. This would be a huge second out in the 9 spot. Runner standing on second, tying run at the plate. Taylor coming on in relief. And Taylor gets a swing out of the zone. She goes with that rise ball, and Reyes just can't connect. And we have 2 down. Cats 1 out away from dancing to the World Series. Tying run at the plate. Batter takes strike 1 outer half, and Taylor aggressive, goes right into the zone right away. Top of the order, it's Hansen. Oh, 2. Little change of pace pitch there, way out front, and Healy Taylor is mixing it up. 2 strikes, 2 outs, district finals. Healy Taylor inside the circle, facing the top of the order. 0-2, 0-3. Healy Taylor punches out. The leadoff batter, and the Cats are back in the New York groove. Headed to the NJCAA D3 World Series, runner-up last year, national champs 2 years ago. And that is now their territory as they enter the World Series ranked number 1 in the nation. Cats win 6-4. They go 2-0 today in the district finals, best of 3 matchup against Joliet. What a pitching performance. Folkema goes 4 innings, strikes out 6, works around 3 runs. First reliever out of the bullpen in this one was Healy Taylor, and she went a couple of innings with 4 punch-outs, and Ella Stewart putting on the finishing touches, I believe. I might have got those pitchers backwards, actually. But nonetheless, headed to the NJCAA World Series, the Cats use 3 pitchers to get through this Joliet lineup. They play from behind once again as they fall behind in this one 3-1, and they come back to win 6-4. The 4th inning, that's where they made their pay today. 6 runs in Game 1 of an 11-3 win, and in Game 2, they score 3 more in the 4th and never look back. Home run from Blythe Prue in the first game, a double from Blythe Prue in the second game. Contributions throughout the lineup. We'll come back with some of the stats in about 90 seconds on B92.7 FM. Folkema gets the win on the mound. Ella Stewart gets the save, and Healy Taylor gets the hold on the mound. B92.7 FM, award ceremony coming up. NDSCS is once again district champions.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track since 1987. Red River and Valley Western handles shipping, freight car repair, and storage options as well. They take pride in assisting the development of local communities on a multitude of different levels. And they are also hiring. Call 701-642-8257 to apply. That's 701-642-8257. Or go to rrvw.net to learn more. Good luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game.
So back after that quick awards ceremony, and my apologies, not Healy Taylor on the mound at the end of the game. Ella Stewart on the mound. Once again, kind of trying to look at everything here in a dust storm as far as the roster goes on the screens, and I got that mixed up, and I do apologize. What a big moment for a punch-out at the end of the game, and it was Ella Stewart. So the Cats are back in the New York groove, headed to the NJCAA D3 World Series. We're going to need a industrial leaf blower to kind of clean everything off here, and switching the cameras was a little difficult for you guys too because it's been difficult to see the screen, but the Cats, they take care of business today, 6-4 in Game 2. Game 1, 11-3. They sweep Joliet, and 2 of the oldest two-year colleges in America face off for the district championship, and the Wildcats will have a chance to avenge themselves. Last year, runner-up at the World Series 2 years ago, national champions. And Patrick and Henry, who they lost to last year, ranked number 2 in the country. NDSCS ranked number 1. And Patrick and Henry beating NDSCS earlier this season 5-4 in a game. So we could have a run-in between those two potentially in the World Series as well. But the Wildcats, 49 wins on the season, 1 away from making it back-to-back 50 spots on B92.7 FM. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Joliet puts up a fight. They fall 6-4, and that's a best-of-3 series win for the Cats. They're headed back to New York for the NJCAA D3 World Series. This has been a presentation of B92.7 FM, KBMW News Live YouTube. Wildcats headed to the Natties in NJCAA D3 Softball. I'm Robert Wanick. Thanks for tuning in. Check out highlights from this game tomorrow on the KBMW News Live Facebook.